So our second lesson on the basics, on culture, that sort of thing, and we're looking at values, the starting point, the keystone of culture. Once you understand the values of a culture, everything else becomes much clearer. Now, we're mostly going to use these keywords. Yeah, we'll go through these keywords, we'll go through it, and I'll explain a little bit about values. So, values are the important things in your culture. What everybody wants, what everybody avoids, what everyone puts effort in to attain, to get. And once you understand these values, the big ideas that people in a culture think are important, behavior becomes much more explicable. So, in the example used in class, if you remember, we looked at the Cheyenne Native Americans, so cowboys and Indians, on the Great Plains of the USA, the Cheyenne. Yeah? Made their living hunting buffalo, nomads on the American Great Plains. And we looked at their culture and their values. And we saw several things, if you remember. The Cheyenne value generosity above all else. If you have something that's worth money, that's worth something, you give it away. You value generosity. You value generosity, so you give things away. You don't keep it. If you've got a really lovely war club, you give it to somebody else. So generosity is a value. And so is bravery on the battlefield. You get high status, come back later on, for being brave on the battlefield, for rescuing a comrade. But also, if you remember, you do not gain status by killing. You gain status by being able to kill. You show generosity without killing. So in a battle, the aim is to get somewhere on the battlefield where you could kill your opponent with this club, but instead you just lightly tap them on the head. It's called counting coup. And if you do that, you gain high status. So bravery and generosity are their two big values. Now, what do you think happens when they have meetings with the Europeans? They think one way, they have certain values, they have opposite values, and it doesn't end well because we value material possessions. We value money and the things you can get with money, and they don't. So if these two sides meet, they can't understand each other. They can't understand what the other's doing. The Cheyenne give things away, we keep it. They think you're mad for keeping it. We think they're mad for giving it away. So in a lesson, you make a list of the values. So what would happen if a Cheyenne came to live in Britain today? They'd be a tramp pretty quickly, giving all that stuff away. What if one of us went to live with a Cheyenne where they think we're mentally ill, keeping all this stuff? Yeah. What would be my values? The big ideas that are important to us all the time. Why are values necessary? It gives you guidance for how to live your life. Once you know the values, you know roughly what to do most of the time.